So
Pocket sand.
you sprinkle the sand over
like
him as he falls
I basically
asleep.
like throw out a handful of sand and it becomes yellow, sparkling energy.
Okay.
And Anna will walk back to the group, say, we can bring him back to the carriage. I guess I'll put him in my bedroll and say, maybe we shouldn't touch him. I think he might be sick with something.
Les kind of shudders and dusts off his shoulder.
Well, with your 10, you think it was some like
I will be right back.
you don't think it's what's the
Contagious.
word I'm looking for?
Oh, okay.
You don't think it's
disease,
contagious. You think it's more like a birth defect almost.
Oh,
Like what Anna is.
Disease.
yeah. Maybe he is also. Maybe this is my stepbrother.
Or future lover.
You.
Someone hissing. The hissing.
Yeah,
Making
that's
a-
Luke, I think.
Sound.
Luke.
Someone's
What?
It tickles
making a latte.
brain.
Luke.
What?
Your range. I don't know what you're doing. It's so hissy.
Your range.
Hey,
better?
dogs are howling.
No, it's
I
awful.
think it's.
Let's
I
ban
don't know.
him.
It started going different.
What about now?
Nope.
It's really tinny.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird.
Maybe leave the call, come back?
Now?
No?
It's full.
Are you far away from your computer or something?
Oh,
Oh my god.
my headset isn't working right, so I have to use like my laptop's microphone.
Oh.
Are you being brought into the underneath? Or the
Maybe.
what is it?
Here, try re-inviting me.
Oh, I guess I'll do that because I just came back. Oh,
Don't do it. I actually made that happen trying to get rid of him. With my lead hacksaw abilities.
Better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, that's better. That's weird. So, all right. So you set the man up in the carriage and continue on. Getting near to the end of the day,
You moved the dotted lines.
you see many. You pass many farms, and you know their crops. If you're interested, you could probably purvey some food from them, but the groups are already is pretty full up on rations as it is. So,
Just
Thrindle,
real quickly though, you said that Thrindle didn't have enough.
yeah. So Thrindle will probably purchase some food from the farmers.
I might buy
Okay.
some too. How much are rations?
Like
Like a
5
gold each.
silver. Am I right, guys?
if
Yeah,
we're
I think you're right.
There was-
5
silver.
if we're stopping for a while, maybe I'll just try to catch a fish.
Well,
If I don't have time.
not quite that long.
Okay.
Once we camp for the night, you could.
Oh,
do
for
that.
sure. I'll try some fishing.
Make survival check.
How many rations have we used thus far in our journey? 2 or 1?
One.
All right.
2.
One.
Well, 1. We're about
About
to
to use a
second.
second. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
So you stop for the night as evening draws in, and you set up a camp. Tonight it's not raining, so you can actually sleep outside.
Ugh, I'd like to create something a little more useful than just healing, but with this party, I feel like I need to have much healing on hand.
So you have a little bit of time
I can take
to yourselves where you can do a little bit of crafting or whatever you would like.
All right, Gamry pipes up. I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
you.
What would that be, Gamry?
I'm not a murderer. None of you have had the law chasing you like I have. I was framed because this man here drew me away for some kind of conspiracy. That's what started all of this. I never wanted to kill any of these men. My sword is meant to bring justice.
Well, perhaps you should tell your sword to calm down.
Yeah, Gamry shows the wound from the musket shot.
I don't need to see them. I'm the one who carried you to the
Yeah.
town.
You should know it was no situation where I could be calm. These men were ordered to kill me on sight.
I do understand what you mean, but you also have to understand that for people who do not know what situation you are in, it can be aggravating to see you slaughter people around, no matter how righteous you might think it is at the time.
Gamry, I can respect I've never been in a situation quite as you, nor have I had to desperately fight for my life. But I didn't see what happened. All I know is what I have seen, and what I have seen is painting an ugly picture. So please forgive me if I'm walking gently around you for the next little while, at least until I see more.
Apologies for being a pussy.
Yes, and that too. I did run away screaming.
Well,
I still
dude, you did better.
I
say.
still don't trust you or her. And looks over at nameless girl, who no one really is.
Gorgon's been chatting her ear
Oh
off.
yeah.
That
Did
is,
Honestly,
I
I
ever
got-
show you my pocket watch?
that is
I got a little
true.
nervous
Showing up.
when Gamry wanted to address the elephant in the room.
That is
Fuck.
no. I'm glad.
Nobody said, I'm not a murderer. She like let out the biggest sigh of relief.
Yeah, oh, that's funny.
No, I am very glad that somebody mentioned that because I've been unable to think about anything other than Gamry for the last 2 days, and that is a really good point. Why are you here? What-
Gorgon pipes up and says, Cassandra wanted to send someone with us. She couldn't be here herself. Apparently that's her and her uncle's thing. Something about since her mother died.
Who is this young girl of such prestige that she has people to willingly send into situations of murder and fugitive? I just don't understand.
That is a question
I
for
mean,
Cassie. And he's going to point at
I can
Gamry and say, you need not apologize. The law is flawed.
Gamry nods.
If she is an
I don't know who you are. Are you from Dunford? Are you Cassie's friend?
She shakes her head no. I'm not from Dunford, but I am a friend of Cassie's.
Then why haven't I met you before? She's never mentioned you.
Les starts scribbling in his journal, staring at the nameless girl. And what's your name?
She ignores Les and looks at Anna and says, well, maybe she kept a secret from you.
Okay.
So
That's a sore spot.
Anna's brown arrows.
That's suspicious. She's referencing a conversation she wasn't there for.
So,
I
uh,
don't think
Referencing
that's
So
Oh,
why
no,
do you
that's not quite.
why do you
No,
conceal
not
your
quite. You're
identity?
right.
suspicious.
so
Who can't be named, can't be blamed. Maybe this one should have protected his identity a little more, and nods over at Gamry.
Touche.
So, if anyone would like, they can do survival checks to perhaps gather some food.
Yeah,
Can
I'll
you do
do some
that? Can
fishing.
you do that untrained?
I'm not certain if survival is untrained. You have to look it up. I don't think it is.
I believe you can. I'm pretty
Oh, you
confident you can use survival
Well,
train.
what governs
yes.
that skill?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
So I have 22 with my kit. I think it's even better. Wait, survival. Yeah, I have +1 for fishing, so it's 23.
Gorgon, you're very quick to trust.
Catch a couple fish.
I'm gonna type at you.
Gorgon says, why wouldn't it be prudent to trust her? I trust all of you, and I trusted all of you quite easily. I'm a man of logic. If I see something that looks threatening or that will harm me, I need to see some evidence first.
You'll be very
Hobgoblins don't scare easily. You humanoids are always paranoid. Everything's out to get you.
It's
You
because
and your superstitions.
there's far more that lies under the surface that what you can see at first glance. Hobgoblin, you'd do well to learn that if you'd like to survive in our society.
He kind of shrugs as he smokes. It takes another drag from his pipe, and says, "I can understand and appreciate your ways. I don't necessarily have to assimilate all of them."
How very diplomatic as usual. Less smiles.
Thrindahl goes out foraging and returns with some roots, berries, and some greens.
Classic elf. Always knows what's most edible. Thrindahl, I thought you were a high elf. According to my research, all that should be done by your foraging cousins.
There wasn't elves in our community for any such division of labor.
I will have to change the hobgoblin text when I get home.
In fact, I've never met what you call a high elf.
I thought you were a high elf.
Not really.
I'd be very interested to hear
Sort
more
of.
about your society, Thrindahl, if you ever have time.
I wouldn't call it so much a society as a...
Group of social structures?
You can't call less than a dozen people a society.
Less than a dozen.
Where I grew up,
Or a nomadic tribe?
I suppose that would be accurate. Although tribe has the wrong connotations. More applicable to races such as yourself.
Les is scribbling furiously in his journal.
Yeah, so if anyone has any other checks or anything they want to do, go ahead. I'm
My
getting
stream is
some...
open. My stream's opened in someone's background.
Yeah, I can hear myself talking.
I was going to say, I hear Matt, but like not what he's saying now.
What?
Okay,
It's all good.
sounds like it's gone. So you make camp for the night and set out the next day. Of course, take off another ration.
What's the DC on the survival to find food?
I believe, isn't it 15, and for every 2 over, you get additional food? Isn't that
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm good.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. It's 15 or 20. So you set out the next day. Today is quite sunny. All of the rain has been dried. You pick your way along the countryside, and come the end of the day, you come across a roadside inn. The building is small and made of stone. When you enter, a middle-aged woman greets you. So you're here.
Finally, the first piece of civilization we've seen. Oh! Les
Oh, do you mind really
stretches.
quickly? The next day before we arrive, I'm gonna cast my Cure Light Wounds on the dude. Well, first,
Okay.
I guess, is he dead?
No, he is still alive.
If we're gonna skip over a whole day, I could give my potions out.
Well, we're not really skipping over. But
Alright, I'm hanging on to my
No.
potions.
you can go ahead and do it.
Well, your choice, Carl. Like, would you rather heal? Or do you want me to heal?
No, I was gonna. If you'd like to heal him, I probably am gonna need to heal Gamry,
Yeah.
and I don't think you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal the guy. See what we got. Oh, 2. well.
It seems
Sorry.
like
I'm new. I'm new to this magic thing.
the bright light cascades from your hand over the wound and begins to close it. Although he's still quite wounded.
I say it's okay, Anna. Let me have a try, and he tips the potion to the man's lips for another 6.
Okay, so the wound closes completely, leaving a red mark down his torso. But he seems much better now and can walk around, and yeah, he seems much better. What was the buff for? Just asking.
Sorry, we're RPing in the chat. It's not relevant.
Oh, okay.
So just continue.
All right.
What you're, yep.
What did he say that you had to bluff, though?
I sense motive
Because he
something that
probably
she said.
knows.
Oh, the